Oh, that's game. That's game.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was beautiful.
What is going on, guys? Today I'm about to show you my Aurora offlane build and guide. I did try her as a support, but I didn't enjoy it, and I was extremely more impactful when playing in the offlane role. In fact, we had a crazy game where our Rampage couldn't build any cards because of a bug, and it was essentially a 4v5 against a bunch of platinum players, which resulted in an insanely tense game. No spoilers though. As always, I'll break down my build and then go over the guide section. I highly recommend watching the entire guide section for this hero in particular because she does have quite a high skill level and you'll learn a lot of new things. My deck is pretty damage heavy, sort of glass cannon if you will, but I rely on a few things to keep me alive, and I have included some health items if I do find myself struggling in a particular game. I start with the Archmagus as my prime card, a health potion, healer token and blink charm. Next we have 2 Madstone gems, both with 3 minor power cards. Next is our Adamant edge with 3 lesser health. This is if you're really struggling in the early game to survive, and it's pretty useful against teams that draft for a pressure heavy early to mid game. Next is our first Meltdown with a cast followed by 2 minor casts, and then 2 identical Meltdowns with 2 major power cards and a focus shot. Next is our final Meltdown with 3 major power cards. However, I have been experimenting with this being a Staff of Adamant with 3 major power cards. I do prefer the damage, but you can switch it out if you find you're struggling with mana. Sage's Ward is next with 3 major power cards and 2 greater health. This provides you with some late game survivability if you need it, or extra damage. The choice is completely yours. Blinkshot is our final card. You'll notice I had a Brawler's Ward as well. This is so at the start you can just run, chuck a ward, recall and then buy your starting items. I also really like ThunderCleaver on Aurora, so here is an alternative with ThunderCleaver if you have or can afford to craft it. As with most offlaners, you're going to want to start with a health potion and a healer token so that you have some sustain. I unlock my Q ability here first so that I can delay the minion wave like so. You want to cast the ability as soon as the first minion enters your vision, as this guarantees you'll block them and maximizes the time they're delayed. What this will mean is that the wave automatically pushes towards your tower, giving you safe farm, and it also provides opportunities for your allies to gank the enemy safe lane, which is exactly what we end up doing as soon as I hit level 5. I dive straight in using my Q to get me right up to Twin Blast. I hit my ultimate freezing him and continue to use my auto attack while Rampage rocks him, and with the 3-second total CC, he has no chance of survival. These sort of aggressive early plays can be incredibly rewarding, so I definitely try and encourage your allies to gank. CC at the moment is king and Aurora has a lot of it. Next I pick up my Madstone gem, maxing that out, followed by my Sage's Ward. However, you can take your second early Madstone gem and pick up your wards later if you wish. I catch Narbash in my jungle who is trying to sandwich me between him and Twin Blast. I miss my E, but I dash and get my ultimate off, which actually cancels Narbash's ultimate because he's frozen. I continue in pursuit of Narbash, waiting for my E to come off cooldown, and then I finish him off and escape from Twin Blast. Aurora has a great escape and initiation tool with her Q. Comboing that with her ultimate is something I recommend you do almost always. It catches enemies by surprise, and picking up those easy early kills will most definitely help you out in the later stages. Next I'll grab my Madstone gem and max that out and start on my cheapest Meltdown. We have a lot of early game damage now, so don't be afraid to use it. I find Aurora is a great initiator if you don't overshoot her Q like I did here. I still managed to land the ultimate, but Twin Blast does manage to run away, or so he thinks. As I use my Q as a shortcut to the Raptor camp, I manage to jump over, dodging his first few autos. I land my E and finish him off. Easy, right? Not exactly, but using her Q with the environment is insanely strong. Like you saw here, it landed me a kill, but it can also protect you from trouble because it acts as a wall. You can use it to get to all prime from positions that previously provided no access, and you can use it to go from the river to higher ground, say the gold buff. You just need to be on the lookout for these opportunities. I really like Aurora's E ability because it acts as a zoning tool while also just being fucking awesome. I place it down here, forcing the enemy Aurora to run into it. She could try to take another path, but that would just lead to more danger and her impending death. And this is what you want to try to do. You can use it to simply root an enemy, but at the higher level, you can also use it to zone the enemy because they're going to want to avoid your route as much as possible, and this means you can force them into unfavorable scenarios. Once you've maxed out your cheap Meltdown, I'll sell my healer token token and health potion to buy my Blinkshot, followed up by my more expensive Meltdown. At this point the build is simple, you sell your 2 Madstone gems for your final Meltdowns or Staff of Adamant if you switched it out. A lot of people will believe Aurora is great in teamfights, and she is, I completely agree, but she can also burst down people really quickly, and you can use that to pick off isolated enemy heroes, which when your rampage isn't buying any cards is pretty huge. We jump onto the enemy Aurora, and as soon as I'm within range I use my E to trap her inside. You notice that she uses her Q but still gets rooted, and that's why I used my E and we secure the kill. These are the picks you should be making, and it's almost impossible for your target to get away because of Aurora's abilities. Again, I do the same thing on Chimera, using my E to root him, allowing my allies to catch up and assist me as we pick off yet another easy kill. So be on the lookout for these opportunities, and hey, if things do go wrong, you've always got your Q to escape. I know what you were thinking when you first saw this video. Ace, was that really an Aurora 5-man ultimate with a howitzer deco wombo combo? Damn right baby, it was, and it was beautiful. That's what makes Aurora so great, it's that wombo combo potential, that synergy with other heroes like Steel, Decker, Howitzer and Gideon. It's huge, and these are the game winning plays I want to see from you guys, and it's relatively easy to make them. Like I said, you initiate with your Q or R, you try and get as many people as you can in your ultimate, and then you can either dip out or you can deal damage depending on how low you think you're gonna get. With regards to Aurora's abilities, I like to prioritize her E above everything except of course her ultimate, because it does deal the bulk of her damage excluding basic attacks. Her Q is however the first ability I unlock because we use it to delay the minion wave. I'll then take her right mouse button as it's a great escape, finally getting my E at level 3 and then maxing that out as soon as possible. I don't really see a huge benefit from maxing her right mouse button, so I prioritize her Q next over that. I also want to point out something really cool with her right mouse button. It allows you to dodge the Chimera leap, and in this situation I dodged his ultimate and he actually ended up ulting the ice statue, which is amazing value. Now that game where our rampage couldn't buy any cards because of a bug wasn't going too well. We were against a really good team and it was basically 4v5. We were an inhibitor down as well, but I knew we could win if we could get their Twin Blast out of the game. So when 2 stealth buffs came up, you know shit was going down as Steel and I picked them up. I hunted for Twin Blast and then we burnt everything on him, #worth it, and believe it or not, from that play we actually got an inhibitor. There then was a huge team fight in which we delayed the enemy team from backing as much as we could and got their core to 21%. At this point there is only one thing on my mind, backdooring, but of course to my random Sparrow, getting minion kills is obviously way more important, so it was really a one woman mission I guess to end the game, but with the new backdoor protection your boy got wrecked and I wasn't about to ruin this beautiful 11-2 KD, so I chilled out a bit, told Sparrow to just stop farming minions and end the game, and yeah, we won with a rampage that built no cards. First time for everything I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed this building guide for Aurora. She's a fantastic hero, and while she may seem quite simple on the surface, I think there's a lot of depth to this hero that we'll discover in the coming weeks. If you found this video entertaining or informative, please leave a like, comment down below and subscribe for more Paragon content. Until next time guys, peace.